Hello everyone, my name is PauLInstaMyooin's, and we're back for another edition of PauLInstaMyooin's personal best opinions on Pokemon. So for this edition will be about Lickitung. So, it moves from Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. First of all, Lick. Lick is a 30 power, 100 accuracy, physical ghost type move. And yeah, it may be pretty weak. It's still a ghost type move, but also its effect has a 30% chance to paralyze whoever uses it against. So, the paralyzation status effect makes it to where pretty much the one who's paralyzed, there's a chance that they'll be able to not do anything that turn. Like, they'll say they're paralyzed and can't move, and then their move will be canceled out that turn. And plus, their speed is cut in half, so it's a very good status effect. And then Stomp. Stomp is I believe it's 65 power. If not, then 60 power, but I'm pretty sure it's 65 power. But anyway, 60 or 65 power, 100 accuracy, physical normal type move. It has a 30% chance to flinch. Now, what the flinching status effect does, Pokemon can only get flinched, like, say, if it's a 1 versus 1. And then the one who's slower, say Lickitung is going up against, I don't know, something slower than Lickitung, because Lickitung is slow, so I don't really know. Anything lower, anything slower than Lickitung, let's just say Snorlax, for example. I'm betting that's slower than Lickitung. But anyways, yeah, say Lickitung you stomp against Snorlax, and it actually has the flinch, chance succeeded. When Snorlax goes on its turn and that it tries to move if I can speak, if it tries to use whatever move it was trying to use in that turn, it would say if you got flinched, it would say you're flinched and can't move, and then it's pretty much just like the paralysis thing, to where your move gets canceled out. So it only works if you actually outspeed a Pokemon. Obviously, if you go after that Pokemon, you can't flinch them. It's kind of the whole point of flinching, but yeah. But anyways, it's pretty good nonetheless. But anyway, then Screech. Screech is an 85 accuracy, 100. I already said the accuracy. 85 accuracy, status normal type move, and pretty much when this lands, it'll lower the defense by 2. Well, harshly also. That's what it's referenced. When it's by 2, lowers it on whoever uses it again. So it's very good for Lick and Stomp since they're both physical type moves. And yeah. But anyway, then Supersonic. Supersonic is a 55 accuracy, status normal type move, and when this lands, this very lucky if this lands because it's a horrible accuracy. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat. Anyways, yeah, it confuses whoever you use this against. So what the confusion status effect does is it pretty much makes it to where there's a chance that you can just straight up hit yourself, or you can hit through confusion. And until it says you snapped out, you're gonna still have that. I think pretty sure it's 50-50 chance of hitting yourself with confusion or actually just hitting straight through. So yeah. But anyway, let me go on to the other ones. And for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, the only thing different here is actually Knock Off and Refresh, so instead of Supersonic and Lick. So Knock Off is a 65 power, 100 accuracy, physical dark type move. And not only is this move just pretty strong in general, but it actually does double the power on a Pokemon that has a held item that can be knocked off. I almost said knelt off. What the heck is that? that can be knocked off, and it actually gets that item off in the battle. So not only is it good for that, but just like I said, it will do double the power. So it'll be 130 damage instead of 65 against a Pokemon with a held item that can get knocked off in the battle. So it's a very good move. And then Refresh. Refresh is a 100 accuracy, status normal type move. Pretty much whatever status effect you have on you, when you use Refresh, it gets rid of it. So it's pretty amazing. Because obviously in online battles you can't like use healing items like you can offline, but you can have like held items like stuff that cures confusion. But just having a move that does that, just cure your status effects, is pretty sweet. And then for Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, XY, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. So the only thing different here is instead of Refresh and Stomp, you actually want Rollout and Me First. So Rollout, what it does is a 30 power, 90 accuracy, physical rock type move. And pretty much the only bad thing about this is you have to keep attacking until it misses or it reaches the 5th turn. But every time it does attack in a row, it gets stronger. So it's good in that sense, but you can't do anything else until it's like you miss or it just gets canceled out or something. So it could be pretty scary, but it could be good for a sweep as well. But anyway, then Me First. Me First is a 100 accuracy, status normal type move, and pretty much what this does, whenever when you use this against a Pokemon, if they were going to use a direct attack against you, like a physical attack, I think it only works on those, like it's actually gonna hit you. it'll do how the name says, and you go first and use that move first. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it does 50% more damage. So it's pretty crazy, because obviously Lickitung is pretty slow, and just for any Pokemon, just to pull a trick like that would be pretty sweet. And then for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the only thing different here is instead of um, it's actually just Lick again, and there's Acid and Thrash instead of the Rollout, Knockoff, and Me First, because those aren't in this generation. But anyway, what Acid does is a 40 power, 100 accuracy special Poison type move, and every time this, well actually no, I was going to say, this has a 10% chance to lower the defense, or maybe special defense, because it's a special defensive move. But back in the day, Acid was a physical type move. In these generations now it's special. So maybe instead of lowering the special defense by one wherever you whoever you land this against has a 10% chance, or maybe it's still physical defense, because I mean it still would work for Lickitung, Lick and Thrash are both physical type moves, but yeah, anyway, that's what the move does. So then Thrash is 120 power, 100 accuracy, physical normal type move. You're probably thinking, what's the how's this so good? Well, pretty much it's just like Rollout in the sense, but it's you have a it'll keep attacking up to 2 turns in a row, 2 to 3 turns, and pretty much after the second or third turn, you'll always get confused. So you got to get lucky to get that third in a row, because it's powerful, but getting confused is really bad as well. So that's the only really bad thing about that move. And then the held item Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you want the Spell Tag. Now this raises the power of Ghost type moves by 10%, so of course for that Lick. And then for Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, the Silk Scarf boosts the power of normal type moves by 10%, pretty much for the Stomp. And then for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, XY, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, for offline you want the Life Orb. Now what the Life Orb does is raises the power of 30 of, if I can speak, whoever's holding this, the power of their physical and special type attacks gets boosted by 30%, but every time you do damage, you'll take a bit of damage to yourself as well. But you'll do so all of your attacks will be a lot stronger, but all of your attacks will also be, damaging yourself a bit as well. So online, the rule about online items are, for like held items, when a held item gets used in an online battle, you get it right back afterwards. So you don't have to worry about grinding for them, especially if they're items like the Focus Sash, to where they're really annoying to grind for. So what the Focus Sash is, when a Pokemon holds this and they're at full health and they would have got one-shotted, they'll always live at 1 health. So it's a very good item just to prevent from getting sweeped. You always pretty much get at least 1 move off, as long as you don't get, paralyzed, frozen, confused, flinch, sleep, or just miss your move. You'll get 1 move off, so it's very good. Could be a huge game changer. And then for Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, same item for online, the Focus Sash, but for offline you want the Normalium Z. Now this can go towards Me First and Screech, but it's mainly, well, it depends on the situation, because with Z, Me First, well, first of all, Z moves always land, so that's an automatic really good bonus. But Z, Me First is pretty much the effect it already has, plus it raises your speed by 2, so if you're trying to get some fast speed, then yeah, it'll go for Z, Me First for sure. And if, actually the Me First, actually works, like if they're using the physical attack against you, like they were going to, that would be crazy. But anyways, then Z Screech. This pretty much has the effect already. It does, but also being 100% accuracy. And then you also raise your attack by 1, so it's literally like raising their defense by 3. So I mean, not raising, lowering their defense by 3. So it can be like you're most likely gonna one-shot them or something, as long as they don't switch, of course, because when a Pokemon switches, all their stat boosts and stat drops reset. So yeah. And then for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, there are no held items. And then the abilities. So I kind of remember the abilities. I know the other one is obviously it's the ability that you can see that I chose. But yeah, I actually kind of forget. Oh, I know the hidden ability. The hidden ability is Cloud9. So what Cloud9 does, with a Pokemon with the ability Cloud9 shows up on the field, and if there's any weather, it'll say Cloud9 activate and clear the weather. So it can be really good for that kind of stuff. And then there's its other abilities to pretty much where you can't get infatuated. I forget what it's called though. I just can't think of the name. But pretty much like infatuated means you can't like fall in love with another Pokemon, so that can be really good because that's like one of the scariest status effects in the game. But the one you want is Own Tempo for Lickitung. So pretty much what this does, the one with Own Tempo can't get confused. So that's actually really helpful for Thrash now that I think about it. because you can't get confused, so you'll be all good. So that's pretty crazy. But I just can't think of that other basic ability, what it's called. But I told you the effect. You can look it up if you want. But this is the one you want to care about for sure. On tempo for sure. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. So if you enjoyed, if you'd be so kind to support me by donating to my Patreon, as long as you're not putting yourself in a bad spot by doing so, of course, then feel free to. Link is in the description down below. But anyways, I've been your host, PauLInstaMyooin's, and